I do sometimes wonder, why do we still continue with this disdain of having a well-formulated national security strategy? Because in my opinion, it often leads to counterproductive strategic discourse.
Every country has its own way of communication, its own way of policy formulation. I could tell you that it exists, but I have to kill you if I tell you.
I just see a lot of discussion here on grand strategy, but I do sometimes wonder, why do we still continue with this disdain of having a well-formulated national security strategy? Because in my opinion, it often leads to counterproductive strategic discourse. So what are your thoughts on that? Thank you.
And I didn't fully get that, but
national security strategy.
Do we need...
We have debated many times in the NSAB.
Yes. No, if you ask me, should we have a national security strategy? The answer is yes. In a way, I would even say that there is one. But again, look, every country has its own way of communication, its own way of policy formulation. Because somebody else puts out a document every 3 years or 4 years and says, that is my national security. It is not necessary I follow that model. I could have it, I could tell you that it exists, but I have to kill you if I tell you. So the point is, look, different countries deal with this differently. But there is definitely a very, I would say, if you just look at the fact that we had an NSA institution, come up just about 30 years ago. Okay. Today, if you see how much that institution itself has evolved, that's one indication. But if you look at other ways of decision making and the inputs that go into it, the kind of I give you a very interesting example. Take semiconductors. Today, semiconductors is justified in the name of national security, other than economic competitiveness. So there is, I think, a growth in the sense of what is national security in the country, and I think we would deal with it our own way.